At Catholic Central, we're more than just students.
We are leaders.
We are athletes.
We are Christian gentlemen.
We are volunteers.
We are scientists.
We are artists.
We are spirited.
We are actors.
We are engineers.
We are brothers.
Catholic Central is a school like none other. Here, one is not just a student, one belongs to a community that supports one another, a community that prays together, a community that instills values, and memories are created that they're going to keep within their minds, hearts, and souls for their entire lives.
It starts with the leadership, the administration, the teachers are all have the same basic principles and faith and how to teach children and how to give them experiences in life to make them prepared for college. But even more so than that, the quality of the students, the best friends that our kids have made are just remarkable.
I think the biggest thing is that we're still really focused on teaching goodness, discipline, and knowledge. And it doesn't matter if you started here in 1928 when the school was founded, or you're starting here in the fall of 2014. Goodness, discipline, and knowledge is what we are about.
What you hear from alumni and parents and students is how many people have found a home here and how many people credit Catholic Central as being a point of time in which their life changed. I mean, I hear this again and again from alumni.
The environment is created where they know that they're loved, where they know that they're appreciated, where they know that they are nurtured. And they have some fun once in a while, and because of that, they cooperate and they try their hardest, and it's a really good combination.
I feel like I have an advantage over many of the kids from the other schools, not to say that to boast or anything, but just because CC didn't prepare me in just one aspect of my life, just the academic part. It challenged me in every part of my life, academically, athletically, spiritually.
Everyone who works here is part of the mission of transforming the 14-year-olds who come to us into men who are ready, not just for higher education, not just for a great job, but to really be men who will serve not just each other, but the people who need them the most.
I think that Catholic Central gives them an opportunity to truly find where they fit in as young men. And that comes right from the top with the Basilian Fathers, and those were the lessons that I learned here that were so special, and some of the strong mentors I had who wore that collar here at Catholic Central. So we take our direction from them in helping raise these young men as freshmen to being the strongest leaders in the school as seniors.
It's amazing actually when you see these young freshmen come in, they look like little boys, and they are little boys. I mean, basically they're 13, 14 years old. And they get taken under the wing of the faculty here. They have outstanding teachers, they're wonderful role models.
You know, our faculty here at Catholic Central is second to none. Our teachers are very passionate, they're willing to go above and beyond.
They're always here for school, they're here after school, and they help us strive to academic success.
At Catholic Central, you can become involved in a number of different areas. You are going to find your niche here. I tell my students, I tell my freshmen all the time, by the first few months of your freshman year, you're going to figure out where you fit in, where you're going to excel, and where you're going to give back to the school over the course of the next 4 years.
If your son is involved in anything, it's the perfect place. I mean, you don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be a scholar. There is a place here for you.
It's a brotherhood. Everyone considers each other a brother, and I think that's why everyone is so respected and well treated with dignity, no matter what their talent is.
Brotherhood it's kind of that feeling that if something goes wrong, you'll have someone to rely on, and you can always be there for someone else. I've been to public schools and I've never really felt so close to these people as I have before.
The Brotherhood at Catholic Central, if you ask any of the kids here, that's the first thing that they're going to talk about. Brotherhood is really what drives Catholic Central and really gives it that extra spirit.
You know, it's been referred that there is a brotherhood here, and just a good example of this brotherhood is that in my own experience, my own class, we just had lunch, and there was 20 of us at lunch one day. You know, here this is 55 years later, and we're still getting together. So, and some of my best friends are still guys I went to high school with, not college, but high school.
They do stay together for a long time. As friends, a lot of them become their best man at weddings and godparents of their children and so on. So, you know, that starts from day one.
Mary, alma mater, your sons of central honor.
The efforts of many good people have brought us to this magnificent facility. We now wish to focus all our efforts on our students and on our faculty so that a Catholic Central education may bring them the best possible education that we can provide.
Educating thousands and thousands of young men who come back and tell us how grateful they are for that. It's just gratifying, and the teaching profession is one where you do get satisfaction and you do see results.
I know a lot of teachers prefer to come to Catholic Central just because of the quality of the student and the faith-based backbone of what's being taught here. But it's also important to make sure that those people that choose to come here are well compensated, and that we're also bringing in the best and the brightest teachers that are invigorated by innovation and new teaching methods, as well as a core curriculum, so our students have the most relevant education preparing them for university moving forward. So making sure that we are able to compensate that faculty is part and parcel of the overall richness of the experience here.
Our family's experience with Catholic Central and my boys' experience with Catholic Central, I think, has been so valuable, and it's something that's difficult to put a price tag on. And I know for me, when I look back at my boys that have left here and one more that's graduating, I really see it as the greatest gift I could have given them. But I know there's a lot of families that wish they could send their sons here, and a lot of people that really would get it and would really take advantage of the camaraderie, the brotherhood, and the academics, the sports, the extracurricular activities.
Increasing the endowment, I think, is important. That gives a lot more families the opportunity to be here.
Investing in a young man's future. You know, I think that's the greatest thing you can do today. The future is in the young men that walk the halls of Catholic Central. And it's imperative that they be brought up in a great atmosphere.
You have to be here to experience it. You have to be a part of it. Any of my classmates would do anything for me.
The young man who graduates from Catholic Central is someone who is filled with self-esteem, who has respect for the world, for each other, respect for himself. Investing in Catholic Central, I think, is worth every single penny.
We have a long history of preparing very successful people, successful in business, successful in their professions, but also in really good people. A lot of our students are sons and grandsons of alumni, and we need to keep this going, and we need that investment to keep it going.
I believe that through my 4 years here, I have accomplished learning goodness, discipline, and knowledge, and these are 3 aspects of my life that I can take to wherever my life may lead me.
You know, a grade point average without proper values and without an understanding of life, without understanding having a cross in your pocket and what it truly takes to be a man of God and to have the spirituality. The book smarts alone are part of the equation, but they're certainly not the total equation, and oftentimes in life you get too wrapped up in status and attaining and achieving, and you forget giving back and compassion and love and bringing out the best in those around you. And I mean, Catholic Central truly is an unselfish brotherhood. And when you take brotherhood along with Christian values and a good education, that's a pretty unstoppable force.
In the future, it will be my turn.
My turn.
My turn.
To give back.
So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you.
I'm Father John Huber. After serving 4 great years as principal of Catholic Central, I'm now very excited to serve Catholic Central as its new president. We are currently in a capital campaign where we have achieved nearly 2/3 of our $10 million goal in both donations and pledges. This is very, very important for the future of Catholic Central and all of our plans and goals. We hope that you will help us be a part of that. We're very grateful for your prayerful support, but also for your financial support. While we continue to have bazillions who work here at Catholic Central, we don't have the dozens and dozens who worked here 40 or 50 years ago for almost next to nothing. A great asset, though, that we recognize is our alumni who are faithful, who pray for our school, who support our school. As we approach a capital campaign, we're counting on you to help us to make that $10 million or more so that we can continue to provide a quality Catholic education in the Basilian tradition here at CC. 40 or 50 years ago, the average Catholic income was lower than the average American income. Now, in the 2000s, the average Catholic income is higher than the average American income. I think in many ways that is due to the excellence in Catholic education that our alumni have received. We need your help to continue to provide a quality academic and Catholic education to the young men of now and of the future, which includes being on the forefront of technology as we approach the academic future, which includes raising our salaries so that we might attract the finest teachers, coaches, and counselors, which includes increasing campus safety for the benefit of all of our young men. Our current young men here at Catholic Central and the future generations are counting on your loving support.